Every product you touch has traveled farther than you think. The phone in your pocket, the clothes you wear, the food in your kitchen, even the chair you are sitting on all followed a long, complex journey before reaching you. That journey is called a global supply chain. Most people hear the term, but very few understand how it actually works. Where things are made, how they move across oceans and borders, why delays happen, and why one small disruption can affect the entire world. Today, we are going to break it down clearly and simply. This is how global supply chains actually work, from factory to consumer. It all starts with raw materials. Every supply chain begins long before a factory ever turns on its machines. Raw materials come first. For electronics, this includes copper, silicon, lithium, and rare earth minerals. For clothing, it starts with cotton, wool, synthetic fibers, or leather. For food, it begins on farms, fisheries, and plantations. These materials are often sourced in one country, processed in another, and assembled in a third. For example, the cobalt used in batteries may come from Africa. The silicon wafer may be produced in East Asia. The final device may be assembled in Southeast Asia and sold in Europe or North America. This global sourcing allows companies to use the best materials at the best cost, but it also adds complexity. Processing and component manufacturing. Once raw materials are extracted, they move to processing facilities. Here, materials are refined into usable inputs. Iron ore becomes steel. Crude oil becomes plastic polymers. Silicon becomes semiconductor wafers. These processed materials are then shipped to component manufacturers. Component factories do not make finished products. They make parts. Examples include microchips, circuit boards, screens, motors, fabric panels, zippers and buttons. A single smartphone may contain parts from more than 30 countries. Each part is made by a different supplier that specializes in one specific function. This specialization increases efficiency and quality, but it also means manufacturers depend on many partners working on schedule. Assembly and final manufacturing. Once all components are ready, they are shipped to assembly plants. This is where the final product takes shape. Factories assemble, test, inspect, and package goods. This stage is labor-intensive and requires precision. Countries like China, Vietnam, the Philippines, Mexico, and India became major assembly hubs because they offer skilled labor, large workforce availability, export infrastructure, competitive costs, experience in quality control. Assembly plants operate on tight timelines. If one part is late, the entire line can stop. That is why coordination is critical. Quality control and compliance. Before products leave the factory, they go through multiple checks. Quality control teams test performance, durability, safety, and appearance. Many products also need to meet international standards. For example, electronics must meet electrical safety regulations. Medical devices must pass strict health certifications. Food products require sanitation and labeling compliance. Failure at this stage can cause recalls, legal issues, and brand damage. Quality control is one of the most important but least visible parts of the supply chain. Packaging and export preparation. Once approved, products are packaged for transport. Packaging is not just about branding. It protects goods during long journeys across land, sea, and air. Products are then labeled for customs, documentation is prepared, and shipments are booked with logistics providers. At this point, the supply chain enters its most visible phase. Transportation. Global transportation networks. Goods move through a combination of transport methods. Trucks for short distances, trains for land routes, ships for international trade, aircraft for high-value or time-sensitive goods. About 90% of global trade by volume moves by sea. Container ships carry thousands of containers across oceans, connecting ports on every continent. Ports like Shanghai, Singapore, Rotterdam, and Los Angeles act as global gateways. A delay at one major port can affect supply chains worldwide. Shipping routes are planned months in advance. Even small disruptions, such as weather, congestion, or labor shortages, can ripple across the system. Customs and border processing. When goods cross borders, they must clear customs. This process involves verifying documentation, paying tariffs or duties, meeting import regulations, security inspections. Customs delays are a major source of supply chain slowdowns. Countries with digital customs systems and efficient ports move goods faster. Others face backlogs that increase costs and delivery times. This is why logistics performance varies so widely between regions. Warehousing and distribution centers. After clearing customs, goods are transported to warehouses or distribution centers. These facilities act as buffers between production and consumption. Warehouses store inventory, sort products, and prepare them for delivery to retailers or customers. Modern warehouses rely heavily on technology, automated sorting systems, robotics for picking and packing, inventory management software, real-time tracking. The goal is speed and accuracy. Large retailers and online platforms operate massive distribution networks that allow next-day or even same-day delivery. Retail, e-commerce, and last-mile delivery. The final stage is getting the product to the consumer. This can happen through physical retail stores, online marketplaces, direct-to-consumer shipping. The last mile is often the most expensive and complex part of the supply chain. It involves local delivery vehicles, route planning, and customer coordination. Urban congestion, fuel costs, and labor shortages all affect this stage. Despite its short distance, the last mile can account for a large share of total logistics costs. Why supply chains? Global supply chains are efficient, but they are also fragile. Disruptions can happen at any stage. Common causes include natural disasters, factory shutdowns, labor strikes, port congestion, geopolitical tension, sudden demand spikes. The pandemic showed how quickly global systems can be overwhelmed. When factories stopped and shipping slowed, shortages appeared everywhere, from electronics to food to medical supplies. This exposed how interconnected the world truly is. Why companies are rethinking supply chains. After recent disruptions, many companies are redesigning their supply chains. The focus is shifting from lowest cost to highest resilience. Strategies now include diversifying suppliers, holding more inventory, regionalizing production, investing in automation, using data for forecasting. Technology plays a key role in this transformation. Artificial intelligence helps predict demand. Sensors track shipments in real time. Digital twins simulate supply chain risks before they happen. The supply chain of the future is smarter and more flexible. The role of workers and skills. Behind every system are people. Engineers design processes. Technicians maintain equipment. Drivers move goods. Planners manage inventory. Supply chains rely on millions of workers across continents. As automation increases, jobs are shifting from manual labor to technical and analytical roles. Countries that invest in skills training gain a competitive advantage in global trade. Why supply chains matter to everyday life. Supply chains are not abstract systems. They affect daily life. When supply chains work well, prices stay stable, shelves stay stocked, businesses grow, jobs are created. When they fail, costs rise, shortages appear, inflation increases, economic confidence drops. Understanding supply chains helps explain why prices change, why delays happen, and why global events affect local stores. The big picture. Global supply chains are one of the most complex systems humans have ever built. They connect farms to factories, factories to ports, ports to cities, and cities to homes. They operate across time zones, languages, and borders. They depend on trust, coordination, and constant adaptation. And they quietly shape the modern world every single day. The next time you open a package or buy a product, remember this. It did not appear by magic. It traveled through mines, factories, ships, warehouses, and trucks. It passed through the hands of thousands of people and systems working together. That is the real story of global supply chains. Invisible, essential, and constantly moving.